Thank you to HyperX for sending us to PAX Prime 2015 this year. Check out their Cloud 2 gaming headset in the video description down below. Also, thank you to Asus and Corsair. Welcome to no actual booth in particular. What we're checking out right now is the Oculus CV1 or Consumer Version 1 and the Valve HTC Vive combo thing. What I came to PAX Prime 2015 expecting to do was have a head-to-head between these guys in terms of tech specs. But that doesn't seem to be the really important thing here, which is a little abnormal for me. I'm used to being like, well, it has this resolution screen and this refresh rate on the screen, all this kind of stuff, that's great. They're both kind of getting to a point where it's okay. It's obviously not great, it's not the ideal VR experience. People still want higher resolution, people still want higher refresh rate because then it will feel more immersive and look more realistic. You can still kind of see that the graphics aren't that amazing because frame rate is super important in VR, so you need kind of lower settings and higher frame rate and a really beastly machine. We know all this kind of stuff, so okay, what is it coming down to? Well, as you guys know, killer apps is super important. Oculus right now has Eve Valkyrie, Gear VR has something from Eve as well, and Valve HTC Vive has a whole bunch of their own killer apps coming up. It's going to be kind of that whole console, PC, gaming war thing all over again, even though they're both on PC, because it's going to be, okay, well, this one is hooked into this one specifically, and yeah, that's kind of a problem, to be completely honest. I'm hoping that they merge libraries, because then people are going to be able to get the experience from the hardware that they want and be able to play whatever game they want. But I don't know how true that's going to be in the end. We've seen it time and time again. People are like, oh yeah, we're going to get rid of exclusives, and then they super don't. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Now, hardware experience. There is some stuff I can say here. The main differences are about the sensor. The Oculus has a sensor that sits in front of you and looks at its IR LEDs, and that's actually pretty good, but only kind of condenses you into either a sitting experience or a standing experience in a fairly small square. You can still stand and move around a little bit, but really not that much. The Vive gives you much more freedom. You can move around in a much larger area and have it still be relatively accurate, because there's sensors that'll go up on the walls in kind of the corners of the room and track you there. The problem with this is it's less consistent and harder to set up. The first demo I did for the Vive was at NVIDIA on the first day really early on, and none of the demos that I tried worked. Every single demo I tried had a critical failure at some point in time during the demo. Also, the HTC truck that was outside the convention in a parking lot had so many problems that they had to shut down partway through the day. Another booth that I tried it at, Asus, they had it going on, but I tried them much later on, so they were able to kind of fix some of the bugs. It's an interesting idea. A lot of you guys out there are going to be tinkerers, and you're going to be able to work on this stuff and set this stuff up, and that's cool, you'll have no problem. But other people are going to want the more simple experience. I don't know if I can condense these two brands into simple experience and more complicated experience yet. They're not out yet, we'll have to see, but that's kind of how it's looking for now. I'm excited, hopefully you guys are too. We'll have to see in 2016 how this war ends, or some might argue, begins. Anyways, thanks to HyperX for sending us here to PAX Prime 2015. If you want to check out their YouTube channel, it should be up here in the top right-hand corner in the cards section. They release a whole bunch of cool gaming content. Be sure to subscribe. Also, thank you to Asus and Corsair. If you want to see products from all of these companies, click the link in the video description down below. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.